You got to think past the fatigue, Barb.
Okay.
Be focused on bringing that fish up.
I call this celebrating.
Yeah.
He's somewhere he's never been before. It's probably pretty exciting.
Do you see the sheen on this fish? I'm going to try holding it. Isn't that gorgeous?
Canadian Sport Fishing, brought to you by Rapala, premium fishing gear crafted from experience. Yamaha Outboards, reliability starts here. Dickies, guaranteed workwear since 1922. Lucky Strike, all you need is a Lucky Strike.
You know, this is amazing. It's fun to fish when it's nice and calm and you can see the birds on the water and this nice scenery. But I also love this. It's really stimulating to the senses. Oh! We're out here fishing just off of the north tip of Vancouver Island, not too far from Port Hardy, staying at Sun's Lodge. And we've gotten so many salmon, sockeye, big chinooks, pinks. There's been lots of cohos caught, and now we're out here in some open water looking for some what they call chicken of the sea, and that's the halibut. Now, Jeff, most of the time when you come out here, is it a little flatter?
Oh, absolutely. This is pretty rough weather for us. We don't see it blow up like this too often.
We call this major lumpiness.
Oh yeah, it's lumpy today.
And I'm actually using the Big Game Series Magnum rod with the Rapala Hydrus reel, the same reels that we use for trolling in the Great Lakes when we're trolling with downriggers, and also the same outfit that I've used in Mexico and in the Atlantic, deep water jigging for cod. Okay, he's within 15 feet. I don't know if you want to use a net or a gaff.
Oh, I'll probably be able to gaff him here.
Okay, do you want to grab the gaff? Because he's going to be within sight real soon. There, I see him. Does he look beautiful or what?
It's a nice chicken halibut.
Good
Into
gaff
the boat.
job.
Shake him off of there.
Now, if I hold them so that you only see the brown side, they might be hard to see. I'm going to put the rod down for 1 minute. Now, you'll notice I've got a really good hold on that 10-ounce jig. But there's a prime eating halibut. Do you think that one's about maybe 12 pounds, 10 pounds?
Yeah, I think that's about right.
Good guess.
Low teens, yeah. That is
fishing in BC every week.
There you go.
Good.
No, that'll be a beautiful eating fish. Those ones are nice
Perfect.
and healthy and young, and that's gonna taste really nice.
You know what? He fought really hard. Now, you told me that you and your dad got a really big fish earlier in the season, right?
Yeah, earlier this season, before we actually even started at the lodge, we went out and we got one just under 300 pounds, we figured.
That's crazy.
But halibut that big, they're all females, right? They're all big breeding females, so we let her go and kept fishing. But yeah, it was a really neat thing to see. Huge halibut.
That's awesome. Well, this is actually perfect eating. They call them chicken butts, right, when they're that small? Because the meat is so white.
Yeah.
And you can see the jig I got it on. It's beautiful. It looks just like a saltwater bait fish. It's green and silver. This particular one is made by Lure Jensen, and it weighs 10 ounces. That's almost a pound. And it just had one hook in the mouth, but hooked well. I'm going to try to get that out. Okay, perfect. Now, a small halibut like this is easy to handle, you know, so I've got one hand underneath its gill plate. You think I can get it out of that? Look at it, I had it right in the jaw. Good cadmium hooks. There you go.
Thank you, sir.
A bigger one would be much harder to handle. I'll show you the back side too. Look, it's nice and white. You can probably see it a little better there. But the one unique feature about the halibut is that it's a flat fish and both eyes are on one side. But when they're young, they actually look like a normal fish. So the eyes are on each side of the head, and as they grow older, one eye actually travels around to the other side. So you can imagine how camouflaged this halibut would be laying on the bottom. For unsuspecting prey, would just nail it. You know, we're just running from one spot to another and doing some bottom fishing. The nice thing about the Sun's boats here in British Columbia, they run 250 horsepower, 4-stroke outboards. So you get from one spot to another one really quickly. You know, if you're planning on doing some bottom fishing out here, all you need is a high capacity boat reel or a large bait caster. A counter one is preferable. So on this trip, I brought the Rapala Hydrus reel, and I've got it matched with a musky rod. This is actually the Magnum, and it's the big game series, and it's the 20 to 50 pound rating rod. And I have it loaded with Suffix 50-pound braid. So this outfit is ideal whether you're going for ling cod, some of the rock cods, or even the big halibut up to about 70 pounds.
Dickey's Sport Fishing Sweepstakes.
So I was fishing with my dad and his friends. I was just fishing with a little hook and a minnow that was just like 1 inch long, and we all thought it was just a perch. But when I got it to the surface, we all saw that it was pike, and when we measured it, it was 27.5 inches. My dad is the greatest dad in the world, and he taught me everything he knows.
We'd love to hear your fishing story. Go to our website and enter the Dickey's Sport Fishing Sweepstakes. It's free, and you could win some great prizes.